this is actually how I got to know Jared. Is I'm a dad coach. I'm coaching my daughter's team, and they're starting to get good. Like they're just growing up and they're getting better. And I'm like, I need to know proper technique because I played when I was a kid, and I started playing as an adult. And Jared just says your videos were the best I could find that like broke down. Here's how to break down the technique so it's really correct, and you can blossom into really effective ball work, footwork. And then here's if these things are going wrong. You kind of had a similar format. So you put these videos together. Did you have a vision for what those videos would? How many do you have now?
We say 200 plus. I think it's like 450.
Jeez.
I probably have another 1,000 ideas written down.
Yeah, it's like 450 YouTube. If any of you guys out there have ever made one YouTube video, 450 videos, and you just start making them.
Yeah.
And they were free, and you're just educating kids and parent coaches. And so how did the vision evolve to start that? And then how did it evolve through like, okay, now I'm going to, because it was a genius thing from a business perspective.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So kind of take me through that thought process.
Summer of 2008, at this point, I was dealing with injuries. I had done maybe 10 camps in the off seasons, one or two in the summer. And a friend of mine told me about social media.
In 2008.
Yeah,
that's actually early.
Which sounds
dude.
hilarious.
That's impressive.
It was real early, like real early. And I'm like, social what? And at this point, I had a few YouTube videos. I created this show called Montz TV, which it's kind of comical.
Do they still exist out there?
They probably still exist out there if you look them up. They're on like a weird channel. But basically, the idea was to interview my friends who were playing pro, like a beyond the glory type interview. How you made it, inspire kids. Yeah. Okay. That took me about 10 seconds to pitch what that was. Well, the first video I ever made was me taking 10 minutes to explain what Montz TV was going to be, followed by the first comment of, "This video sucks." So that was my first ever comment. Thankfully,
and YouTube was like a new platform back then.
I remember reading their FAQs. I was not very like techie back then or anything. Reading their FAQs, I found an old camera with cassette tapes. I had to like hook up all these wires.
That's really
record on cassette. I set up this like banner with PVC piping, and the camera shot
for Montz TV.
Yeah, for Montz TV. The camera shot was so wide. I'm in my mom's kitchen. Did
you have like the sports headpiece with the microphone?
Yeah, no, I didn't have any of it. And the PVC piping was like showing, so that it wasn't a tight shot. The echo was terrible. We're on like tile floor with no sound equipment, and but anyway, I was doing these shows, and like the guests were John Thornton. He's the GM at LAFC. They just won the Supporters Shield. Like it was super crazy. Cool. It's me and him in my like room in Chicago talking. Awesome. And anyway, my friend was like, you should sell those videos. I'm like, why would I do that? They're to help people come to camp, and it's just kind of fun.
Yeah.
And he showed me this guy, Gary Vaynerchuk, with like a wine show. And he's a pretty big name in social media marketing and advertising these days. And I saw his wine show video, and I'm like, okay, I could do some more of that.
And was his wine show, did he sell the videos or?
No, the wine show was free, but he owned a wine business. So it was like, it seems so simple now, but back then it was like kind of genius. And so the next day, I left that conversation, and the next day, ironically, driving home from Jackson, Mississippi, where I used to let my mind wander, and that like idea was floating around my head and I was like, training videos, because the one thing I kept hearing with soccer camp was, it's never a good time. It's never a good time, never a good time. Even though we'd have a great turnout, 30, 40, 50 kids at camp, you couldn't get to everyone. And I was like, oh wow, a video could get to everyone whenever they wanted. And that evolved into building this online soccer academy and how-to videos. And
now, was it tempting? Because I'll tell you, in our business, like I've had at least 200 people tell me, you should create a 800, whatever the 888 number, like a tech line that you charge people for because you give out to give advice. And we're just like, no, dude, that's not a sustainable or good idea. Like, we got to educate people, and then if we do a good job at that, if we serve people, then yeah, they'll buy parts from us and be wiser and more educated. But was there a temptation to like try to monetize those videos early on?
Well,
because it costs money. But that's what people don't realize.
Yeah.
Content creation is actually very difficult, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of expense to buy those beta tapes and a.
Yeah, so I built custom software in the early days to create profiles for Online Soccer Academy. We had a custom video player, which the common mistake in a technology company is the business person pays to get the technology built versus having a technical co-founder.
Yes.
Eventually, all that software was trashed, and I basically consider it my MBA program.
Yeah.
Which was worth it now.
Yep.
But,
interesting.
yeah, there was that temptation. We did charge in the early days because back then, everyone kind of charged for content. I learned really quickly.
Yep.
That is not what I wanted to be doing. You know, I like to think of the business of free, and that word free is really powerful, and it builds a lot of trust.
Yep.
And for the most part, I take a lot of pride, and when we recruit new staff to join our team, our new coaches, they take a lot of pride in the fact that we can educate anyone in the world who wants to learn about soccer, regardless of their income status.
Yep, that's right.
You know, a kid in a slum in India who's getting made fun of at school gets to use our videos.
Isn't that cool, man? That's cool. That's so rad.
You know, gets to use our videos, and he's improved so much that now he's getting picked on his team first. And he, you know, years ago sends us a comment saying thank you. And you're just like,
that's rad.
It's pretty special and powerful, and I take a lot of pride that we can do that. So yeah, we will always have a large percentage of our content being free.
Right. So, and that's like the altruistic kind of benevolent like thing, and that's real, but it also is a very smart marketing strategy, right? Not to sound like, and I have no problem saying that, because we create tech tip videos. We create a lot of videos that are both like helping someone buy the right scout is a huge service, and like, and we do that for free. So if you listen to a podcast or watch a video on how to buy a scout, that's a good thing. But it also gets you, like you said, it builds that trust. It's like, hey, these guys are people I can go to when I need help with my scout.
Yeah, it is very good marketing.
Yeah,
I'll be like, I'm just being humble about it, but it's really good. While we're sitting here talking, thousands of people will watch videos, and some of those people will be interested in attending our camps.
Yeah.
But if you look at some of Miss Sally Field's cookies, like, no one buys a cookie until they have a taste, a free taste. Don't charge me 25 cents for that little bite of cookie. That doesn't feel nice. Give it to me for free with a smile on your face. It feels a lot better. And it's a powerful medium. And the other really cool thing with content that you create is you are showing your culture and what you're about. And people that watch, they either like it or they don't. And guess what? If you don't like it, that's totally cool. Don't watch anymore, or, you know, don't attend one of our soccer camps. And, you know, for the most part, I'm really fortunate that when myself or our other coaches travel around the country and do camps, for the most part, we're hanging out with people like you that really connect strongly with what we do. And these are people we'd want to hang out with anyway.
Yes.